In today's class, we are going to discuss about personality development. I won't say that there is anything new. All the points are going to be pretty much familiar to you. But many people misunderstand this topic. They think that it's not related to them. Do understand the meaning. Personality development simply means to develop your personality or to develop yourself as a human being, or basically how to be a good human being. We'll be checking out 5 points that will enable you in this process of turning out to be a good human being. Welcome to EduGarnet. I'm Kala Deepak. The first and foremost point is to avoid negative thoughts. We do take a shower on a regular basis, don't we? Maybe once, twice, thrice. Why? We take a shower to clean our body, our physical body. We are not only made up of our body, we are made up of our mind also. Or rather, we are made up of 2 commodities, our mind and our body. We are a mixture of our mind and our body. So cleaning our body will not be enough. We need to cleanse our mind also. Now what do we do for that? For cleaning our mind? Simply avoid negative thoughts. But it won't be that easy to avoid negative thoughts. Now many of you may argue with me over this point. Come on, I'm not that negative, I'm quite positive. Let me give you an example. Imagine an evening tea time when the lady next door peeps in to have a chit chat with your mom, and she delivers all the interesting news to your mother that never appears in any newspaper or news channel. So one day she speaks to your mother and you hears that. So she's telling your mom, did you know that girl, she got first rank? Now you won't be that happy with that news. You know that your mom will jump over you the moment she leaves. And she'll be asking you, come on, you're sitting over here, you're watching movie, you're scribbling over the phone. Why aren't you studying? Look at her, she got first rank. This is going to be something bad for you. Now another day, the same lady comes in and tells your mom, did you know that girl? Come on, you have completed it, right? That girl eloped. Wow, she ran away with somebody. What an interesting news. We need to know all the information regarding it, right? The moment she leaves, we'll be behind our mom. Come on, tell me, where did she go? With whom did she go? When did this happen? We'll try to collect all the information regarding the situation so that we can share it with our friends and have a good time. So, we are not that positive. We do have attractiveness towards the negative side. Why is our newspapers and news channels always filled with the negative news? Is it because there's nothing positive happening around the world? No, it's because of the attractiveness that we have towards the negative news. When we are browsing through our Facebook, we come across certain links that are provided and it gives the title of a very interesting negative news, maybe of the divorce of some famous actor. Now we get quite interested at this news, right? We open the link and we start reading over the news, and towards the end we realize there is nothing in that particular news as stated in the title. It's written about something else. Now why is it done this way? To cheat us, to attract us. They know that we will be attracted by seeing the negative heading or the title. So accept that we are quite attracted to the negative side. Now we have to cleanse our mind, right? Like we clean our body also to clean ourselves completely. So take it as an exercise and check out how to remain positive. It won't be that easy. First, make it for half an hour a day to remain positive. Slowly try to increase the duration, maybe for 1 hour or 2 hour or 3 hour, and slowly make it 1 day, a few days, 1 week, 1 month, and you will find the change in you. When your mind turns out to be positive, when it turns to the positive side, slowly you will find out that extra glow in you, which comes from that cleanliness of your mind. And it will surely make a change in yourself. So, the first and foremost thing that you have to do to yourself to develop yourself is to clean yourself, and for that, avoid negative thoughts. Second, positive attitude. What is attitude? Attitude is a state of our mind. For some, it can be more of positive. For others, it can be more of negative. And for majority, it can be a mixture of positive and negative. Which is good? Obviously, positive is good. Positive attitude is in fact a strong weapon that can mold you to be a good human being, or that can enable you to succeed in life. There are many people around this world who have succeeded in life just because they had positive attitude. You can even observe such people simply around you. Now, let's check out some famous personalities who found success after constant failures. There was this person who lost his job, his wife died, business failed, participated in election for the post of vice president twice but failed, and lots more. But finally, he found success. How? By becoming the 16th President of America, Abraham Lincoln. He passed away in 1865. It's been more than 150 years. But even today, children all over the world learn about Abraham Lincoln at a very young age. Is it because he was a failure? No, it's because he found success after all the failures. Imagine if he had suicided or stopped trying. The world would have forgotten him long back. It was his positive attitude that enabled him to move forward and reach where he was meant for. Helen Keller, a miracle, blind, deaf and dumb. How did she understand this world? More than imaginable, right? Do read her autobiography and you will understand the mental pressure that she underwent to realize that there was a world that existed around her. A small injury or headache would destroy our day easily, right? But she has done wonders for this world. Muniba Mazari and Malala Yousafzai are all additions to the list. You must also observe people very close to you. Maybe your family, your parents, your siblings, relatives, friends, teachers, security, anybody. It can be of people of any age category, education qualification or job. But first you must learn to observe human beings. Understand that failure is a part of our life and it is going to be there along with us throughout this journey. And our second point, positive attitude, will enable us to fight this failure each time it comes across us. Let's move on to the third point, live in the present. Most of the people in this world live either in the past or in the future. That is, they would either live their life thinking about the problems that happened to them sometime long ago, or they would live their life wasting their time and energy thinking about their future. Human beings tend to forget the fact that while past is a memory and future is a myth, present is the only real thing. Do we ever get future in our hand? Nobody has ever seen their future. But the reality is that we do get future every day in our hand in the form of a gift or a present. Yes, present is our future that we were talking about in the past. So understand that present is the future that we are searching for. So live in the present. Try to make our present as perfect as possible, and automatically we will receive the future that we are looking for. Now, how do we make our present perfect? How do we live our life perfectly? It requires two ingredients to make our present perfect, and that is enjoyment and responsibility. We do require enjoyment in our life. Do enjoy our life. This is short. We see some people who are really workaholic. They bring back their work to their home and they make themselves really busy with their work life. They never find time for their dear ones or for some enjoyment. That's not right. Our life requires enjoyment. It's a part of our life. Now there are some other category who dedicates their entire life for enjoyment. But we do need to be responsible to the people around us, to the people who depend on us. So enjoyment and responsibility has to go hand in hand to make our present perfect. But how many of us live in the present? Let's take an example. Most of us enjoy having an ice cream, don't we? Now, how do we have an ice cream? There are some steps to be followed while eating an ice cream. Step number 1, of course, we remove the lid of the ice cream. Step number 2, what is that? The most important step. We try to lick the lid that we have just removed because there is some important content on that lid, right? And then we take our spoon and we dig into the ice cream and we keep on having it. Now, the first 1 or 2 spoons we may enjoy. It's so tasty, we enjoy. But after the 3rd or the 4th spoon, the enjoyment disappears. Then it goes in like a machine, the ice cream just goes in. And what do? Meanwhile, we may be clicking on our mobile, we may be surfing through our Facebook or WhatsApp, or we may be watching TV, or we may be talking to somebody else, or we may be reading some magazine, or we may be simply just staring somebody. Anyways, we are not enjoying our ice cream. We are just swallowing it. Now, when do we realize that we have just had an ice cream? At the end of the ice cream, the part where the ice cream has just finished, the moment it finishes, we realize, oh, my ice cream is over and I didn't enjoy it. And then we go for another one. It's fine. If you have money, you can have any number of ice creams. You will get it in the shop, right? Whether it is ice cream or chicken or whatever. If you feel like having it, if you have money, you can go and purchase it. It's a commodity, right? But think, if at the end of this life, you feel the same way as the end of the ice cream. Oh, I didn't enjoy my life. I need some more. Do we get an addition? No. Do we get to buy our life with money? No. Life is there only for once and enjoy it. Live it. Live it in the right way. So live in the present. We can also observe the children around us. How do they enjoy a chocolate that they get in hand? They forget about everything else in this world, about anybody else in this world, about any problem. Even if they were crying the second before, they forget about it completely. They run away with the chocolate that they got. They sit somewhere comfortable. They just tear off the paper. They just throw it away somewhere and they just try to enjoy their chocolate. They are not bothered at that moment about anything else. They are just concentrating on their chocolate. They enjoy it as much as possible. During that enjoyment, that chocolate can appear all over their face and on their clothes and on the floor, and it can dirty up everything, but they are not bothered. They are least bothered. They are only bothered on enjoying the chocolate. The moment they are completed with the chocolate or they have got bored with the chocolate, they just leave it and they move on. Maybe they move on to playing or any other activity they would like to do. And even others who get into the aura of the children also feel happy, right? Now, why are kids so happy? Because they enjoy their moment. They're not worried about anything else at that time. They enjoy their moment, and automatically when others who come to their aura also feel that enjoyment. So when you live in the present, automatically this happiness flows into you and others who are related to you. So if positive attitude is a weapon to fight failure, living in the present is a way to lead a happy life. Next point is time management. We may be very familiar with this word right from our childhood. But many a times we say, sorry, I don't have time. When our mom asks us to buy something from the nearby grocery store urgently, immediately we'll reply, sorry, I don't have time now. Remember, in the same 24 hours time that we have got, many people in this world have done wonders. So 24 hours is not a very short duration. Firstly, understand that time is the most important asset of our life. Why is it so? Because once the time is lost, it can never be regained. It can never be regained with any amount of money. In some movies, we do see some time machines which takes some people to the future and again to the past and again to the future and on. But in real life, there is no such time machine. We can only move in the forward direction along with time. We can never go to the backward direction, and that makes time important. Now, let's check out some ideas to manage our precious time effectively. First, understand that we are in complete control of our time, knowingly or unknowingly. That is, if we are able to find time for something, it's because we actually want to do it. And if we are not able to fetch time for something, it's because we don't want to do it. For example, if I'm able to make this presentation today, if I'm able to find time to make this presentation today, it's actually because I want to do it or I enjoy doing it. And if I miss my morning walk today, it's not because I was not able to find time, it's because I was quite lazy about it. Learn to say no to things that you don't want to do. For example, your friend or colleague has invited you for a movie and you are not interested in that movie. Be strong to say that you are not interested so that you can save your precious time for something that's worth doing. Plan your day at the beginning itself or at the end of the previous day. It's always good to have a to-do list sticked either on your wall or on your laptop screen or on your fridge, wherever it may be clearly visible to you. Arrange all the activities that you have got to do in a proper order. And if there is one thing that is really important for you, note it down separately so that you will be able to surely fetch time for that thing and you will be able to complete it by the end of the day without forgetting. It's always good to set deadlines for the long-term activities. That is, those activities which need to be done maybe only in 1 week or 2 weeks or in 1 month in a long term. Why deadlines? Otherwise, what will happen is such long-term activities will just be shifted on and on and on. You will just push it away and it will never be done. It's also good to cut short these activities to different small phases, and allot deadlines for each of these phases separately so that you can complete with each of the phase separately in the specified deadline, and automatically that long-term activity also gets done in that particular time. You can also save your time by outsourcing some of the activities or work that you're currently doing. Of course, you may not be able to outsource all the work and activities that you're doing, but whichever possible, try to do so that you can save your time for something that is more worth doing. You can also fetch time by waking up early because your brain is more fresh during early morning than late nights, and you will be able to complete more of your work during that time. So time management is a skill of being able to fetch time for all the activities of a person's life. It is essential for all age categories, and definitely it's required for the success of a person's life, whether it is professional or personal. Remember, when somebody requests you for your time, which is the most valuable thing of your life, it's because he or she values you so much. So do fetch time for the ones who are in need of you, and that will surely reflect the affection, care and consideration that you have for that person. And lastly, be satisfied with what you're able to do with your time. So now we have dealt with 4 points. First, avoid negative thoughts to clean your mind. Positive attitude, which is a strong weapon to achieve success and to fight failures. Live in the present, that can make you happier. Time management, which is required in every aspect of our life. After understanding and realizing these 4 aspects of our life very clearly, apply it in our area. And that is the 5th point, find out your area. Understand yourself, find out your area and apply these 4 points correctly. Surely you will be able to succeed in your professional and personal life and thereby turn out to be a perfect person.